The first honk came at 7:58 a.m. Not loud, just a quick, polite double beep, the kind of honk meant to nudge, not anger. But it didn't matter. Karen didn't move. Her silver Lexus sat in the middle of the narrow cul-de-sac like it owned the road, parked sideways across both lanes with her hazard lights blinking, engine idling. A ceramic mug rested on her dashboard. Steam from freshly poured coffee fogged the inside of her windshield, and behind her, stretching all the way down the block, was a bright yellow school bus full of restless kids, and one increasingly frustrated driver. I stood at the end of my driveway, coffee in hand, watching the whole thing unfold like it was a live episode of some suburban reality show. It was the third time this week. Our block, Maple Grove Circle, was a sleepy, family-filled loop where the biggest drama usually involved misplaced trash bins or whose dog left surprises on the wrong lawn. But ever since Karen moved in 2 months ago, something had shifted. And not in a good way. She was always in the middle of something, blocking driveways, filming teenagers, posting long rants in the neighborhood app about declining standards and children without discipline. And now this, parking directly in front of the school bus stop like she was doing the neighborhood a favor. More honks, a few longer now, frustrated. A side door on the bus creaked open, and Mr. Warren, our regular driver, stepped out slowly, his orange safety vest fluttering in the breeze. He walked up to her window and tapped once. Nothing. He tapped again, louder. Still nothing. Finally, the window rolled down an inch, just enough to see her sunglasses and a slice of stiff blonde bob. "What's the emergency?" she asked, voice sharp as vinegar. "You're blocking the bus, ma'am," Mr. Warren said with careful calm. "The kids can't load." She sighed audibly and took a slow sip from her mug. "I'm waiting for someone. Can't you just go around?" "We're in a cul-de-sac," he said, gesturing behind him. "There's no way around. I need to pull up to the curb." Karen sniffed. "Sounds like a design flaw." Parents were starting to gather now. Moms and dads holding backpacks, kids shifting from foot to foot, glancing between the blocked bus and their ticking watches. I spotted Jen from across the street, arms crossed, clearly biting her tongue. 2 houses down, Marcus, who had twins in 2nd grade, was already muttering to himself. Mr. Warren tried again. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to move." Karen let out a theatrical gasp. "You're yelling at me?" "I haven't raised my voice." She pulled out her phone and held it up, recording through the crack in her window. "This is harassment. I'm feeling very unsafe right now." A collective groan went up from the parents. A few started recording themselves. "Karen," Jen called from the sidewalk, "you've got to move your car. Our kids are late." Karen's head snapped toward her. "I'm not Karen." "Sure you're not," Marcus muttered. "Look," Mr. Warren said, clearly trying to keep this from spiraling. "Just back up 10 feet. We'll be out of here in less than a minute." Karen revved her engine slightly. "You're all ganging up on me. This is why people leave neighborhoods like this." "Because we want our kids to go to school on time?" Jen shot back. Karen ignored her. "I pay taxes. I don't have kids. Why should I be inconvenienced for them?" Someone in the back shouted, "Because it's a public road." Karen raised her window. Mr. Warren turned back toward the bus, defeated, and climbed inside. But then, just as he reached for the door handle, Karen's Lexus inched forward. And forward. And then completely blocked the bus in, bumper to bumper, her rear nearly kissing the front of his vehicle. Parents gasped. A few kids inside the bus pressed their faces to the windows. And then Karen got out, coffee mug in hand, phone still recording, and walked to her front porch. She sat on her steps like it was Sunday brunch, adjusting her sunglasses and flipping open a magazine she pulled from her tote bag. Mr. Warren stepped back off the bus, visibly stunned. "I've called the non-emergency line," he said to no one in particular. "They're sending someone." "Hope it's fast," Jen muttered. Because if my kid misses her math quiz again because of this lady— Not my problem, Karen called sweetly from the porch. Maybe they should study harder. That did it. Marcus, not one for drama, handed his coffee to a neighbor and started walking across the lawn. 3 other parents followed. I saw Jen take out her phone and open the Facebook app. Karen spotted the growing group and immediately lifted her phone, narrating loudly, "And now a group of angry parents is approaching my private property, threatening my safety." "No one's threatening you," Marcus said. "We're just asking you to move your car." "I feel unsafe," she shrieked. "Stay back. I will press charges." "You're not even being blocked in," Jen said. "You can literally reverse 6 feet." Karen stood up. "You people are unhinged. This is why the world is falling apart. Entitled parents and your precious little brats." "Excuse me?" someone said from the back. A tall mom in running gear stepped forward. "Did you just call our kids brats?" Karen's face flushed. "I didn't mean—" Too late. Now the whole group was advancing, not angry, but determined. Karen stepped back. "I'm calling the police again." She fumbled with her phone, nearly dropping it, and dashed inside her house, slamming the door behind her. The parents turned to each other, bewildered. "Unbelievable," Marcus said. "She's going to call the cops on us," Jen added. But then something unexpected happened. The door reopened. Karen stepped out holding a clipboard. "A formal neighborhood citation," she announced, tapping the clipboard with her pen. "For mob intimidation, trespassing, and aggressive parenting." Jen laughed. "Aggressive parenting?" Karen scrawled something with a flourish, then marched right up to Marcus and slapped the paper to his chest. "Served." He let it fall to the grass. Karen turned to the rest of us. "Any other threats of violence I should know about? Because I'm documenting everything for the HOA." "We don't have an HOA," someone said. Karen blinked. "Well, maybe we should. Starting today." She turned on her heel, started toward her car, and stopped, because standing beside the bus now, looking very official in his reflective vest and uniform, was Officer Ramirez, our local patrol cop. He crossed his arms. "Good morning," he said, calm but firm. "You mind telling me why you're blocking a school bus?" Karen froze mid-step. "Oh," she said, "I was just going. You were just issuing citations to your neighbors." Karen glanced at the clipboard, then smiled tightly. "Just a misunderstanding." He looked at the bus, then at her Lexus, then back at her. "Ma'am, I'm going to need to see your license and registration." Her face twitched. "Are you serious?" "Very." She sighed dramatically, as if being inconvenienced by basic laws was some deep injustice. "I'll be right back," she muttered. She got into the Lexus, started the engine, but instead of reversing, she gunned it forward and took off down the cul-de-sac. Officer Ramirez didn't flinch. He calmly reached for his shoulder mic. "Dispatch. This is Unit 7. Suspect just fled the scene in a silver Lexus. Plates coming now." Karen had officially escalated a parking spat into a police pursuit. Jen turned to me, wide-eyed. "She just ran?" "She really just ran," I replied. The kids on the bus were cheering like they'd just seen a Fast and Furious stunt. Officer Ramirez relayed the plate number, then turned to Mr. Warren. "Stay here. I'll be back." He hopped in his cruiser, hit the lights, and peeled off after her. The street was buzzing with disbelief, but as I turned to head back to my house, my phone buzzed. Blocked number, new voicemail. I played it. A familiar, venom-drenched voice hissed, "You think this is over? I know where you live."